Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Howard Chakwadash, the double honors to our apostles and elders, her great millstone, peace and blessings to the Lord's hopefully elect. Just a quick land back to the Elder Benji's lesson as he talks about, you got these people who go on these podcasts and they just air out all their business. And this is where you can really see a lot of wickedness be showcased and displayed with no shame. In fact, I'll just let you hear.
Sex with him. This is the time we're living in, man. This caption says enough. Trans woman says he tricked 50 men into having sex with him. This is the time we're living in, man. All right, this place has to fucking go. All right, then they talk about how they didn't realize, he didn't realize, let me say it right, he didn't realize how fucked up it was, and I tell these men that he traumatized 5 dudes. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And, that just made me think of the scriptures that talk about how you really should tone down on all the idea of all the clubbing and all that other stuff. Because you're living in a very evil time, and there's a lot of high-level witchcraft going on out there. When you were younger, you would go to those clubs and, where it's just dark and people just dancing or whatever it is, humping against the wall, that stupid stuff. Don't do that no more, man. If you're going to go out, because brothers like to go out, if you're going to go out at all, you better make sure you going to some place with some light. Okay? Look, this is Romans 13, verse 11 says, "And that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying. But put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and make no provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof." So if we go to each word, rioting, drunkenness, chambering, and wantonness, the word there in the Greek, rioting, komos, a revel, a carousel. It says a nocturnal, meaning nighttime, okay? A nocturnal and rioted, it's like a nocturnal and riotous procession of half-drunken and frolicsome fellows who after supper parade through the streets with torches and music in honor of Bacchus or some other deity, and sing and play before houses of male and female friends, hence used generally of feasts and drinking parties that are protracted till late at night and indulge in revelry, which basically means anything goes. And that's what you see every day out here on I was just going to say the weekend, but this is every day out here. These people, what they call quote unquote turn up. How do you think things like this happen? How do you think people fall into snares like that? How do you think that happens? Because they're just following the flow. I want to go out, I want to get drunk, and I just don't want to think, and I just want what to happen, and I want to end up in the bed with some woman or have freaksomes, do all this foolish shit. That's what the people in the world do, and that's how people get caught up like that, and that's how people get diseases. That's how those diseases spread. You have, in this world now, you have these people putting everything on the internet. You had this one black woman who basically said that, yeah, I caught, she first showed herself catching, the high five. And she told her boyfriend cut her off. So she started crying. And immediately after that, she said, "I'm not telling nobody no more." And she says that it's your fault if you get it, because you shouldn't be out here participating in this, hookup culture. That's another thing. We call this shit hookup culture. And she said we ain't user protection. And she said it's your fault. So basically she's hurt. And she's in misery loves company. So her goal is to share the pain. She want other people to feel her pain. So you know she's going out every goddamn week, almost every day, trying to ruin lives, man. You got trannies out here. You got all kind of evil stuff going on out here. You don't want to get caught up in that. Okay? Now, there's nothing wrong with going to get a drink or anything like that, but all the clubbing and shit where it's dark and it's just dance, bro, fuck that. If you're going to go anywhere, you better make sure that there is some light and that you know who you talking to. Now, this hookup culture, which is really just whoredom and adultery, is evil, is wicked. All right? You don't want to do, these people, what they consider as fun is evil. So he said, let us walk honestly as in a day, not in rioting. We just read what that means. And drunkenness. And all these things is just to get you out of your senses. It's to get you intoxicated so you can't think clearly. It's like your mind is clogged. That's why the scriptures talk about being sober. Drunkenness, Greek word methi, intoxication, drunkenness, right? As in the day, honestly, let us walk, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering, which we know what this means. Greek word koite. It says a place for lying down, resting, sleeping in. The marriage bed, adultery, right? Cohabitation, whether lawful or unlawful. So that goes as what? That means adultery or sodomy. Sexual intercourse, okay? Not in chambering and wantonness. Greek word wantonness, asilgeia. Unbridled lust, excess, right? Lasciviousness. So yeah, unbridled lust, meaning nothing's holding you back. That's what people do every day when they go out. They want to turn up. They just want to have fun. Hot girl summer. They just trying to hook up. All this shit that they try to normalize, just going out, doing whatever, and then you just wake up and you don't remember what happened. It's wickedness. And you might be tempted to indulge in that. Don't. It's evil, bro. There's nothing out there. There's a lot of snares and traps. Like the elder said, these are the times we're living in. Meaning what? You got to wise up and sober up and be smart. The hell with all that, man. Don't do it. Because if something like that was to happen to you, do you know how traumatizing that can be? And it's all because you can't control yourself or you can't control your lust. Okay, and it says not in strife and envying. Don't do it. Make sure you with a brother. Make sure there's some light. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. Okay, all that clubbing and stuff really supposed to come to a stop anyway. Like, why all that clubbing? There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. Just wickedness, man. These people are miserable, and they're trying to, and they actually are actively trying to cause harm to other people. You got trannies out there. That's their goal now. They got demons on them. And the best way that you can stay protected really is to stay away from it. All of it. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness, and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities, whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusation against them before the Lord. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. And natural brute beasts is a good word to describe basically all the folly that's going on out here. They're just living like natural brute beasts. They're just living as if they are creatures with no knowledge or understanding. That's what that means. Brute beast, the word Greek word Bruce, alogos. Yeah, destitute of reason. Yeah, you're like a absurd. You're an animal. So a natural brute beast is just a walking man or woman fulfilled with the lust thereof, not reasoning at all, and just completely giving their soul over to the lust of the flesh, and say it is what it is. Okay. So now everything's being normalized. Sleeping with a tranny, whatever that, oh, they've normalized it to now somebody would just say, oh, you ain't never act like you ain't never experiment, stuff like that. No, that's just wicked. But this is so common out here that people get caught up in the snare and then they try to normalize it. People getting, STDs and stuff. Oh, well, you already know somebody got to have something. What? No. And you don't want to be a part of that, man. Stay away from that stuff. Just stay away from it. Okay? Look, a boring life will save your life, man. There ain't nothing out there. Okay? It's just evil and wickedness out there, man. Stay away from it. It goes on, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, and as they that count it pleasure to riot in the daytime, we just read what riot means. Spots they are and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings, while they feast with you, having eyes full of adultery, and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls, and heart they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children, which have forsaken the right way, and are gone astray, following the way of Balaam the son of Bosor, who loved the wages of unrighteousness. So notice these people who, even those who speak out evil of the truth, they all believe in the same thing. Just going out and living life and doing everything your heart desires. Basically, you living a lawless life. Living a lawless life, you're turning your back on the truth, just like Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 says, that YOLO spirit. We're just going to do whatever we want. I can sleep with whoever I want. I could do whatever I want. Covetous, I can covet after, all the lusts of the flesh. This is the evil that happens out here. So, like the elder was basically saying, you got to be careful out here. And if you are going to meet up with a woman, you better make sure that that's a woman. And you got to go further than that too. You got to make sure you protect it. This is the time where the evilness have been cranked up, and that's why the best way really to be is really at home. You know what I'm saying? At home. Okay, that's really the best way. And if you're gonna have someone, then get you a woman and vet her. Make sure it's a woman. Do all that stuff, and really be happy with that one, because there's a lot of evil out here, man. You know what I'm saying? These people are evil. Just go on TikTok. They're literally telling you everything they're doing in the open, and they don't care. They don't care. So if you must have it, then yeah, get you one, and you should just be happy with that one. Sure, you can have more than one, but that's just going to multiply your problems, man. That's why the scriptures is telling you what the best way to live. The scriptures talk about living a simple life. When it says study to be quiet, you read that in another translation, it means study to live a quiet life, a simple life. Yes, a boring life, it will save your life, man. And obviously the best way is to not have a woman, period, right? But if you must have it, then try to go the simple means, the simple route. There's a lot of wickedness out here, man, and you don't want to get caught up in it. Okay, so that whole clubbing spirit, bro, throw it in the trash. Okay, it's over with. You don't want to be out there. Unplug yourself from that. With that, shalom.